Hi, everybody. Hopefully, I'm not too late. Hi, Dana. Hi, Lana. How was your weekend, guys? Hi, dear. How was your weekend? Hi, Lisa. Did you cook, Lisa? Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Joy. Hello, everybody. So, what did you guys do all weekend? Tell me about your fun, crafty weekend because I had a really rough. Oh, you cleaned too, Deanna? Okay, so you. Hi, Jean. And Lisa was sewing. Of course she was. This is my first like creative break all weekend. I am so excited. Oh, you're crafting, Lana. What are you making? Hi, Susan. What are you making, Lana? I was just saying this is like my first time this weekend because of work and because I'm also trying to set up my studio at home. I have not done anything fun all weekend. This I was so looking forward to this because I'm like, this is my first fun thing all weekend, and it's Sunday. Hi, Bertha. Hi, everybody coming in. If I missed it, and why are you having nosebleeds, Lisa? Hi, Lorna. Why are you having nosebleeds? I'm spreading acrylic paint across paper to prep for something. Oh, you're doing a swap and then you're moving on. Did you pull out? Like, I don't have that many supplies, guys, for Valentine's Day. I just have a little bit, so it's not that much to organize. Ah, you're also making Valentine's Day stuff, Nana. You're making bag toppers and banners. Wow. I mean, I have dyes, which is what's amazing, but I don't have like I don't have a ton of supplies and I didn't haul because as you guys know, I decided I wasn't gonna haul anything. Hi there. I'm just waiting to see why Lisa's having really bad nosebleeds. It's terrible. Oh, everyone's starting on their Valentine's things. Okay, so some people are making bag toppers. What are you guys all making? Some people are making banners. Hi, Brian. Everyone's doing all different fun things. I'm spreading acrylic paint right now. I'm just curious to find out what everyone's making for Valentine's. Valentine's, there weren't that many new collections launched, and it's going to be nice to see. I think people use what they have to see what they make. Oh, wow. Yeah, I bet you know what, guys, the numbers are I haven't said a word about it because I know we're all overwhelmed by it, but the numbers are staggering, just staggering. Um, bows and embellishments for bow swap's cool, Lana. I've never heard anyone doing a swap. Hi, Erica. Hi, Rosemary. Um, I've never heard of anyone doing a bow swap. That's really cool. Like, I think that's the sort of thing where you want to, like, that's very cool. Oh, you're making tons of surprises. Okay, so Barbara's experience making tons of surprises. Hi, little Missy. With your you're making rosettes with your Starbucks lid, which is an amazing idea. Like painty papers. Yeah, I'm doing painty papers too, actually. Oh, that's so cool. You're doing that challenge. I'm also doing paper right now. I'm prepping for something. That's what I'm doing too. I'm prepping like abstract kind of paper. I'm just catching up on everyone coming in. A scrap booking booklet, like a hi Lizzie. Oh, Lizzie girl, I'm so tired from work. I can't even tell you. I saw your text, by the way. Uh, it's my first week back at work. And yesterday we had a planning session because doing it online necessitates a lot of planning and a lot of retraining. And I'm one of the only professors that's certified to teach online. So I ended up doing a lot of teaching to teachers, to professors. So yesterday was exhausting. And then today, by tomorrow, I have like all these recommendations due, and it's just been exhausting. And I'm trying to set up my studio for teaching and for myself for here. So it's so frustrating. Oh, Erica, I'm so sorry. I know, Erica, I know. Girl, believe me, I know. Hmm. I'll take a look, Lisa, to see who that was. I don't know who it was, but I'll take a look to see. Maybe I can see the original post online, or maybe I can't. I don't know yet. Well, I'll see. Hi, everybody coming in who I'm sure I'm missing because I'm watching the feed goes fast, and then I'm also painting. So, Erica, I'm so sorry. Look, there is no question that the numbers are staggering, and it's one of the things we were training our professors on, Erica, is that every student has lost, a lot of students have lost between 4 and 7 family members. And so it's like trying to help them focus on their college work while having and that's really hard. I my heart goes out to you. Yeah. Ah, that's a really smart idea to have a book. Like I have a book that I got at the Dollar Tree where I keep that kind of stuff. Yeah, see, Erica, you understand, right? So that's part of our training this weekend is like helping them understand how to talk to students about it. And it's upsetting, right? It's a hard training session. Is Carrie coming and I didn't see? Oh, yes, she did. Hi, Carrie. I'm prepping paint, girl. I was just explaining that it was a work weekend for me. So this is my only fun time. So I was so excited. I was like, okay, I'm stoked. Um, so I'm glad everyone's doing something fun and creative in all of this. I'm glad everyone is working on Valentine's Day and everyone's doing different stuff, which is super cool. I can't wait to see everybody's projects for that. Because, Valentine's Days can be pretty creative, but this year, because we don't have that many collections out, we often have like 4 or 5 new collections. We don't have that many out. People have to be pretty innovative with their own stuff this year. So I think that's actually makes it more exciting. Um, you're already on Easter, Carrie? Do you skip Valentine's Day like I usually do? This year I'm not skipping it, but I usually do. That's why I don't have a lot of my stash guys. Because I usually go right on to spring and Easter too. So I'm asking Carrie if if she finished her Valentine's, and that's why probably she's already on. Hi, Elsa. Happy Sunday, girl. Happy Sunday. I'm prepping. Oh, you love it. See, it's your fave. What collection do you use, Erica? Like, why do you love it so much? We're just talking about what we're crafting this weekend and like what people are working on. Most people in here, with the exception of Carrie and Susan Titsy Tucker, are working on Valentine's or Galentines. And some people are working on swap books. Uh, Susan's working on rosettes from Starbucks lids, and Carrie's working on Easter. Ah, you're trying to get through the dies. Yeah, 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 yeah. I understand that too. Ah, you did one batch at Joann's? I didn't go. I heard Joann's had the cutest stuff for Valentine's this year, actually. I heard that's actually was a better place to go because I will tell you that my Michaels got in like 3 of the new paper pads, but I heard they weren't that cute. I didn't see them, so I don't know. Oh, it's never fun when you have to clean up the mess. You know what? Uh, I have been trying to redesign the space for work and for crafting so that it works together because there's a lot of crossover, and it's not been fun, especially because that's been my only fun time. Ah, hi, Hope. Yeah. Oh, dinner. Oh, bye, Missy. Oh, are you really, Bertha? I didn't know that. That's amazing that you're in that. I struggle with the Memdex. I'm working on it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I like ETCs. Oh, banners are beautiful, Lizzie. And you make beautiful crafts, so I can imagine that's really pretty. You missed it by 19, Lisa. We can fix that. We just have to get people out and talking about it. You know what? I think this last week has been so weird for everybody. Like for me, it's been work and everything going on in the world. I just think it's been a weird week. I think, and everyone deals in their own way, y'all. You know, did Marcy come in and I didn't see Marcy? How are you feeling? Yeah, we all want to know how Marcy's feeling. Yeah, of course, it's okay to give everybody an update on Christopher. I think that would be great. I think everyone would like to have an update. I mean, we're all hoping he's going to heal and be home soon. That's what we're hoping. Yeah, I like ECCs better too. Yeah, honestly, Marcy, honestly. It's me. Remember, I live with scleroderma for sure, honestly. But Bunny's the prettiest paper for Easter, I think. For Easter, I think. Yeah, I bet. I think Bo Bunny really has the prettiest Easter paper. I've always thought so, even more than Authentique, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Authentiques is really pretty too, but I like the Bo Bunny. And I'm not a Bo Bunny girl. I think there's a lag. I'm waiting to see. Oh, you have Elvia's Happy Meal going on. Oh, Via. Tell you, it just see, Marcy. Do you want to know what's interesting or sad in a way? I was going to text you after the live because I didn't think you'd be on because I knew you weren't feeling great. My husband said he read a report today, and he read it specifically because of you and Carrie and others in our community, and my sister and her children. And they're noticing now that there's like a few very serious issues coming out of people who had COVID, but like 10 months ago. And one of the things is like feeling very anxious, like having anxiety, one like when that you haven't had it before. The other thing is this thing called COVID depression, he said. And then it's like coupled with like heart and it's coupled with something called COVID hands. Did you all hear about the COVID hands? It's very interesting. It's like your skin peels. Oh, that is the best news. See, he came home. That's what we were all hoping for. Oh my goodness, that is great news. That is great news. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. Okay, Marcy, so I was going to text you after to tell you all that because he said that it's showing up across the country. So we don't know what these long term. Yeah, I want to hug all the crap out of everybody. Lizzie, I'm with you. I just, it's like you just can't catch a break this year, right? Like that's what it comes down to. And I'm sure Erica feels that way. I can list people, Deb Hendrick. I'm sure you just can't catch a break. But this thing with COVID, guys, we don't really understand its effects. We just don't. They don't understand the effects yet. That's the problem. Rest, Marcy. Rest. Hi, Christina. I'm glad you're home. Oh, I hope. Thank you all. Oh, you're so funny. You guys like it when my hair is like flat and like freshly like masked. You guys always like my hair after I do a hair mask. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so this is what my husband was reading about COVID is that's why I want to share it with Marcy and everyone who has had COVID. Suddenly they're having all these strange after effects, like all these strange, very strange things are happening to their bodies. And they're calling it like COVID, post COVID trauma. And and it can look like all different ways from Sunday. Like that's what's happening. So I just want to share it with everybody out there. So they say like you can feel very anxious for no reason all of a sudden. You can feel very sad all of a sudden. You can have skipped heartbeats all of a sudden. You can have your hands peeling all of a sudden. It gets like it's really stressful. It's very stressful. So everyone who's had COVID, I want everyone to know that. Hi, hello, Tammy. So that's like, and he was reading about it for everybody also who's had COVID because he said, like, maybe people don't know that this is a real thing happening and to watch out for the signs of it, but I don't know how you watch out for the skin peeling thing. Hello, Lorraine. Yeah, now we have to think about Mass 2.0. I'm telling you. Mass 2.0. Okay, so most people are crafting today, which is good. If you're not crafting, you're like Deanne and you're redoing your craft space, or like me and redoing it, except for this right now while I'm painting, which is good. Um, what are you doing, Elsa? Are you crafting today, or are you relaxing, or are you organizing? See, your feet peeled, right? That's the thing they're calling. That's what I was just explaining. They're calling that like COVID skin. They're saying that your feet and your hands can peel. That's exactly what he read in this report. Ah, you're doing your dialysis right now? That's okay. So, well, this is good. This is a good time of day to be doing it because then you can just like, phase out a little bit and watch something on here, which is amazing. Well, very cool. I have not looked at anything else because work literally yesterday after I finished that session at work, I needed to sleep for like a really long time and I was exhausted. And then today I had more prep to do because we have finishing stuff due tomorrow and I'm trying to get my teaching space organized and ready. Oh, yeah, Erica, I'm glad you're getting vaccinated. I'm so glad. You know what? The masks work best of all, but it doesn't mean that you wouldn't have gotten COVID. Like my doctors explain that to me all the time. Did Alvia come in and I missed her? See, your skin is peeling. No, Carrie, that's COVID. This is why I'm sharing it. Because he said, "Do you and your friends know about this?" And I was like, "Know about what?" Because I've been so busy this week, guys, with teaching. And I was like, "Know about what?" And he said, "So they just found out that there's like this legit thing called COVID hands and COVID feet, where the skin starts peeling really weird, and it happens like 9 months after you have it." And he's like, "You should really do a video for your friends who've had COVID, especially the ones who had it early, and share with them all these weird symptoms that are coming up so that they know." So yeah, it's not from the hand washing, Carrie. There's something weird with it. Ah, paper hoarding. You know what? I understand the fear. Y'all know I took the vaccine and I'm getting my next one. And I'm the guinea pig for this because I think it's important. Look, we're not going to know the effect of the vaccine for 9, 10 years, right? We know that. But I think it depends, I guess. Either way you do it, you got to be educated and informed, and you got to know what your risk factor is if you get COVID. And that for me, I'm more scared of. Yeah, he had his second shot on Friday, right, Sabrina? I'm coming up to mine in 2 weeks. I guess for me, if I get COVID, my chance of surviving is slim. I mean, Tammy did really well, but it was scary. And I just don't think that it's worth for me the chance. You just have to figure out your risk load, I guess. You get your second on the 26th, and I get mine on the 28th, Lauren. We're going to be vaccinated the same week, you and I. Lauren, how long did your arm soreness last? Does yours last? Like, I'm just curious because of my muscle disease, mine lasted, I think, a little bit longer, Moderna said, than most. Because it's only supposed to last like 3 days, right? Stay safe, Leslie. Oh, horses. Oh, girl, you just made my day with that. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Colleen. Yeah. Oh man, Erica, there is no break, eh? There is no break, I tell you. And we've all been waiting for a break because last year was kind of hard for everybody. But we do have a lot of blessings too. Tammy's having dialysis today, y'all. She did survive. And Deb Hendrick is getting ready. We have a lot of blessings too. And we have got, but it's been a little tough. Thank goodness we got crafting. That's all I gotta say. Oh my gosh. That is why this weekend now crafting, I was going crazy because it's like I kind of count on it for my sanity, you know? I'm sure everybody here counts on it for their sanity too. Oh, her car blew up? Oh, I can't wait to catch up tonight. I got little ear pods so I can walk around the house and like tidy and organize my studio and still listen to videos. I'm so happy. Yeah, Lauren, I know. I'm so glad. Yeah, you're gonna have the shot too, Christine. I'm proud of you. You're a brave girl, but I'm proud of you. It's hard. Yeah, Lisa, you and I are in the same boat. I had a rough first week. I got to tell you, I was exhausted. I'm sure you were too. It was a big adjustment, right? It was a. Dan, are you saying that you sent me pictures? I was saying to you, I have not checked email over the weekend. Yesterday I was explaining, I taught a teaching session and I had a lesson session. So I was on yesterday. So I taught Friday and we don't officially start for another week. What you do the week before is you do like meet and greets with students and like assessments and One of the classes that I teach is a more advanced class, so they have to prepare a project in advance, and you meet with the students. So Friday, I went from like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. straight. I have a half an hour break, and then Saturday wasn't any better. So I have not looked at anything, y'all. And then today, I was setting up my studio or trying to. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Oh, the C diff. See, that's the other problem. Yeah, it is a blessing, Erica. I'm telling you, we got to count our blessings right now, ladies. There's a lot of crazy going on in this world, and to be alive and here and making, that's pretty good. Um, that's pretty good. Yeah, but I think just know, Dana, I won't look at it today. Like, I'm not kidding. I will not look at it today. When I say that this is my only off time today, I just want to be really clear with you. When I'm teaching, just so you understand, Dana, the difference between now and over the break is that I now have hundreds of students, out of which many of them text me every day. So I make it a point, like today, I will not look at those texts just because I only have this time to make and only tonight to work on my lesson plans for the week and my structure. So the first 2 weeks of going back to work are very stressful. So I'm less responsive than usual. It's hard. Oh no. Oh no, Lizzie, really? No, we can. I didn't actually talk to her yesterday, so I'm calling her after this. Maybe Susan usually gives a Pat. Susan, you want to give us an update on Pat? I haven't talked to her yet today, so I don't want to do the update. Hi, Nadia. Poor Marilyn is right. Oh no. See, like I'm telling you, we have had a rough. What happened to being 2021 being a better start to the year? Nadia, I loved your handmade card flowers, by the way, and you gave me a really good idea with those on how to recycle some of my older greeting cards, like from a long time ago. So I loved it. Thank you, Dana. It's just my work schedule, so I want to be transparent because you may not know when I'm teaching what my hours are like or what my pressures are like in terms of you know. Hi, Chris. Sorry, I'm looking for a specific color and I put it down somewhere and it's making a mess when I'm making these papers. Oh, Natty, that was an amazing mail. That was an amazing and so inspiring. I love those flowers. That really was a great idea. I miss her too. We all miss her, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. Hey, Monty. I know, right? New Year, same old crap. What the heck? It's like, but you know what? There's hope in sight because we do have people getting vaccinated. And very soon, unfortunately, because of the numbers of people infected, we're going to be closer to herd immunity. Unfortunately, it also means more people suffered. That's at least something we have to be grateful for, you know? Yeah, I mean, but I mean, I really hope this year we find ourselves in I think it's important that we maintain positivity too, according to what the study was that my husband was reading. Positivity really makes a difference, guys. And I want to stress that to you. He was really surprised that the study revealed that like if you're really down by things and you live with like if you get COVID or you live with like something, oh, they were specific about COVID, but I think it's true for any serious illness, you don't do as well. So positivity is really important. I'm so glad you got it. Wow, that was fast. Wait, you got it so fast, and poor Heather had to wait a month for a priority package. Now you explain that to me. That is so bizarre to me. I'll never understand how the mail works. I'm telling you, y'all. You have a new, yeah, see, Carrie, you have a new grandbaby. And once you have a new grandbaby, that's it, I think. I think at that point, you're like, I'm fighting for the new grandbaby because I'm not missing out on that. We need things like that to focus on, you know? Oh, that'll be so good. I think this year's going to be better too. I think the start we were hoping would be a big change, but that's a lot to hope for. We have the vaccine, but we don't have people vaccinated in every state yet. And we have more understanding about COVID now than we sure did. Listen, those first few days in New York, we were all like, what the heck is this thing? Now people better understand it, you know? Yeah, yay for grandbabies. I swear it's true. Spanish chicken and rice, stewed beans. I always want to go to Lizzie's house for dinner, always. Or Susan's, if she's going to make those fried potato cakes. I love Southern food and I love Puerto Rican food. Oh my goodness, we can talk about food. Yeah, see, right, Lisa? I know. And I look, and I sent these priority, Lisa, so we've got tracking. But the worst part is Heather's been tracking it. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Oh, hope's got a grandbaby. Oh, Lizzie, go. Yep, you can listen while you're cooking, girl, but you can't watch because it's too hard. You got to watch what you're doing. It's yummy, though. Oh, that's one of my favorite dinners. I'm just looking to see. No, I don't think it went through, Susan. For whatever reason, I don't know why I didn't go. Or at least it didn't go up when I was looking for it. The update. No, others didn't see it either, Susan, so it didn't go. I'm making patterns. That scraping, that terrible scraping you're hearing is my palette knife. So I'm making some painted papers to punch out later, like to stamp and ink and punch out. It's acrylic, like I'm using a palette knife to build up some layers of paint to make random kind of patterns on paper. And then I'm going to stamp it and emboss it later and then punch it out into different shapes for something I'm working on. So this was a perfect project because I can do it while I'm talking to y'all, but it also takes time to dry. You can heat set each layer, but I kind of like the way it looks when I don't. And I usually do it with acrylic, Monty, but I also brought out some watercolors in case I want to give that a try too. Oh, a baby girl. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know what? I think first, so that's funny that you say that first class is faster because I sent Donna's package to her first class. And I also sent off a couple of other things. And I asked them why my local post office said to me when I went in that they recommended sending it first class. And I said, well, why wouldn't I send this priority? And they said, because we think it'll get there the same time right now. And I was like, oh, because first class usually takes over a week. So yeah, she asks about you guys every day. She wants an update. Like she'll ask me when I'm on, like what videos I watched and like who's making what and what's going on with everybody. She always wants to know what's going on with everybody. Yeah, and I would like to also fix it so that she can watch some videos, but it's not so easy, y'all, sometimes. It's not so easy, y'all, to solve some problems when you can't go to a state. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, Carrie, you've got tons to live for, girl. You got new grandbaby. Lauren, it's small steps. Like she can say full out sentences now, but if she gets frustrated or it's, you know what the secret is, Lauren, and you're going to understand this best of all because you work, is that I find if I talk to her earlier in the morning, that she can say a whole bunch of things. Oh my goodness. And cracks me up, Lauren. And she surprises me. But I find if I call her late at night, it's different. So I think it's just exhaustion, you know? Yes, Jean, we're looking to replace her phone, but it's not simple for us. Yeah. It's pretty amazing, Lauren. Like in the morning, if you talk to her, she can say all sorts of things to you now and crack you up. And she asked lots of questions, which is so exciting. So exciting. No. Yeah. And she makes me laugh too. I know we all do. We all miss her. I tell her it's like, we all have to remember so many things without her. Like it's not that you take anyone for granted, y'all. It's not like that. It's just that suddenly, like when there's this big void where there was a person, you really feel the void, right? Like you really feel the void. And yeah, it's hard. But now she's talking a lot more. So that, yeah, it's I don't know if it's tough. Like but she likes it when you call Leah. She told me that just this week that she enjoys talking to you. Um, I think that talking, on the phone can be really good for her. It's also exhausting. So it's always a fine balance, right? Y'all, it's always a fine balance. I don't know the answer to that, Dan, and that's the problem. That's the information we're waiting on. We're not sure. Lauren, the same. The same. We got lucky. Sorry, I'm looking for my water thing. We got lucky. Erica, really? 'Cause that's what I'm looking at because I just want to make sure that she's going to have access to Wi-Fi because I had an idea for that too. Um, the problem is we need an answer on one of the Wi-Fi things because I don't always get a clear answer from them on things, which is sometimes frustrating to say the very least. And it depends on who's on staff too. Like who's on the weekends and who's not. That makes a difference in the answer I get to. I'm sure it's true for everybody. So that's a little harder. Okay, so some of you are making bag toppers today. Tammy's having her dialysis and hopefully chilling out and like listening and getting inspired by everyone, participating and making. But most people are making Valentine's Day stuff. I'm painting away. Monty, what are you making? That's what the problem is, right? That's why I'm saying to Erica, I'm not sure if it'll work. Like, I think it's very sweet of you. I just don't know. I don't want to give you an answer because that's why I haven't sent her one. Um, the hospital's Wi-Fi is very iffy. So it works sometimes. Did you make jewelry? You made jewelry today, Sarah? Wow. Wow. That would be amazing, Erica. We Hi, Cynthia. Oh, you're also doing the bow swap. Look at you. So you're making a lot of bows. I can't wait to see all these bows from everybody. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Um, maybe we'll just all coordinate and figure it out. And figure out whether or not we can get also, hooking it up and getting help. If we have, there are a couple of nurses there, guys, that are just so great and they'll help us with anything. But not every nurse has that kind of patience or time. So it also depends on the nurse. Yeah, I'm just saying hello to everyone comes in too, just making sure I'm sure I missed somebody in the process of laying down that last bit of paint. Mm-hmm. Watson's in the room. Guess what we were talking about, Cynthia? If we say Watson's in the room. Where's my piece of paper? I was making some paper that I'm gonna like do a whole bunch of treatments on to punch out different shapes for some different projects, like some card making. Basically, I'm doing like paint backgrounds that I'm then gonna stamp and emboss and then punch out or die cut out to use in the projects I'm working on. And it's a good one to do while I'm on here with you because it takes a while and it's sort of random, so it's not something I need to plan. Like meaning I don't have to like be super focused. I find like even if I was putting together a small die on here while we're doing this, then I can't really watch your comments in the same way. So I've learned that if I pick something like that, it's really helpful. Plus, it's freeing. Ugh, she's resting. Yes, Brian, do you not have it? Because the good news is if you don't, they'll reissue it. That's amazing. Brian, you know what? I need to hold on. I need to put a note down because Brian, the good thing about those is that they're insured and they'll resend it. Let me make myself a note. I just need a pen. Well, Lisa, you have to make an announcement if you change your name. That's all. Okay, Brian, thank you because you know what? They're insured, which I did not know. And so we had an incident like 6 or 7 months ago where someone's car got stolen, but they're insured. So they'll just replace it, Brian. And they can also find out who took your card. Thank you. I can get that resent out by, in fact, tomorrow because it's Monday. That's easy. And I kept the number and everything, so that's easy. Yeah, you know what? You need to just, Lisa, if you're gonna do that, you got to make a video about it and letting people know because, and I like Miss Sneaky Sabrina who's in here. People might not notice right away otherwise. Oh, you cleaned your craft room too? Yeah, I'm working on that still too. That's part of what I was working on today and getting my studio set up. I know, Tammy. It's tomorrow, right? And that's the one thing that upsets you, right, Tammy? Yes, which is kind of worrisome. I'm watching everyone's comments. You're gonna do a video tomorrow, Tammy? See, I think that's amazing and really inspiring. Not the easiest thing to do either. Ooh, an update tour would be nice. I always find it so inspiring to see everybody's craft spaces. When I saw Misty's and other people's, it helped me rethink how I'm doing my own. And it actually helped a lot. Yeah, she's not going to give us an update, Susan. You know that, right? She's not really going to tell us how crappy she's feeling because she won't want anyone to worry. Like Cynthia, did your hair grow back curlier? Like when my dad had chemo, guys, he had straight hair. And when it grew back, y'all, it grew back thicker and curly. Oh, and you like your new layout. We want to see it, Sarah. We want to see it. Did you have that too, Cynthia? That it grew back like that different? Yeah, we're gonna have to beg. I'm very curly, right? My father's too. Well, that's hi, Alice. Oh my goodness. So good to see you. You must be at work. Are you at work? You have the afro now? Okay, so my father had that too. Good morning, Alice. Um, my father had the same thing happen, the same thing. And he was amazed because he always had like super straight hair. And then it came in like, my hair is also curly. But he was amazed by it. He was like, whoa, I have curlier hair than you now. Would you like to have curly hair, Tammy? Because it might happen. Ah, you have one more day off, so you're not at work today. Okay, I figured you were going to be at work. Hi, Royal, and everyone coming in who I'm missing because I'm also painting while I'm talking to you. If I miss you, I'm sorry. Um, okay, so, but still, it's the hardest thing to do because you've had long hair forever. So it's just still a radically huge adjustment for you, like radically huge. So I think what you're doing by memorializing it and making it special was very smart. Very, very smart. Oh, you use a pick now. Okay, so yeah, you've got the cool curly hair. My hair, Cynthia, is curly, but like why you guys always see it straight is because it's like it's frizzy curly. It's not pretty curly unless I put a lot of product in. Oh, you're gonna be on that team. That's a really important job. Let me tell you something. Uh, Having washed when I went through my vaccination, Sarah, that's a really important job. My goodness. Like wow, you're going to be playing like such a serious role in saving the whole country. Or how do you feel about that? Like, are you nervous or you feel like that's good? I'm so glad everyone's going with you. Yeah, and the fact that you're donating it and you're going to give it you're going to give somebody else a whole new leash on life. Like, that's what's terrific. It's beautiful in its own way. I bet, like, it's a hefty responsibility, Sarah, what you're doing, but I think it's remarkable to be part of that experience. The people that did mine were super knowledgeable, and they were really good at explaining things to people who were much more nervous than I was. Like, they were so good at helping people understand it. And thank you, Brian. And I felt like, that was really important to help people feel less terrified. Oh, Cynthia, yeah, but it's also probably reassuring for Tammy to know that it came back for you this way. I think it's really reassuring, and I think it's generous you shared that. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, I was so impressed, Sarah, with the team, and like, because there were a lot of people very, very nervous. And they came in, like, they had signed up because they were vulnerable people like myself. They were chosen because they were vulnerable, and they had committed to getting it. But when they got there and they read the protocols and they read the warnings, then they got scared. And so, like, the staff needed to be really reassuring, um, and needed to be able to answer all sorts of, and I'm telling you, there were a ton of questions. Like, I would never have thought of these questions, guys. I just never would have thought of these questions, honestly. And these people asked all sorts of questions that were, like, I guess, very important to them. You're a little bit nervous. I was being honest. I said, look, we don't know the ramifications of this thing long term, right? Like, I took it so that Moderna could study my reaction and the CDC could record my reaction, because no autoimmune people have been tested. But you got to remember, I live already with autoimmune disease. So for me, that made sense to do it. We don't know yet. You know better than me. You went through the training. So you know. Yes. Yes, I will. I definitely will, Lisa. Yeah, we're talking about hair and chemo. Yeah, we are. So it's you know, it's a lot. I think you're changing history, but I can understand why you're nervous. So I did Moderna. They chose Moderna for me. My doctors chose Moderna. They could have given me Pfizer or Moderna. And Moderna is a bit trickier. It actually has to be stored at -70. It has more requirements. It has an extra week before your second shot. Pfizer's only 3 weeks. But the reason they chose the Moderna, and I don't mind sharing this with you, y'all, is that the Moderna has less initial allergic reactions, but when you have one, it's more serious, according to our stats here in America. So their worry was, I have autoimmune disease, so that means your allergies are more active, and I have two anaphylactic allergies, so they worried about that. So they gave me Moderna. I did not have a reaction to the Moderna, but often people get the reaction to Moderna on the second shot. So we shall see. So that's why they gave it to me. No, Moderna's like, I think, -70, and Pfizer's only -35, and AstraZeneca, I think, is the one that doesn't need storage cold. I think. Sarah can confirm better than me, but I think. I don't know if which was better. They just picked it based on my illness, hoping they made the right choice. They don't know that they made the right choice, y'all. They're just like hoping they made the right choice. Yeah, there is a side of it. There is. Look, I told you I could have gotten an autoimmune storm. I still can get that. And what that nurse, one who left a comment on my channel, what she's trying to say, she's not wrong, is that, yeah, the Pfizer is the -70, the Moderna is the -40, it's the other way around. What it is that if you have latent autoimmune, if you, let's say, don't know, like maybe you have it genetically in your family, causing your immune system to spike like this could trigger an autoimmune disease. It could. That's true. Hi, Princess Kayla. Ugh, you got hail, Cynthia? Ugh, I hate hail too. It's very tornadic like, right? You had snow on Friday, Lisa? Yeah. It has been cold here, y'all. That's why I just put this scarf on. I'm telling you, it has been so unseasonably cold here at night. I've had to come out like in like my robe and blankets and I don't know. Yeah, it's been cold. It's freaky weather. Freaky weather, y'all. Okay, so you guys are die cutting out all sorts of bows. Yeah, see, of course it does. And tornadic. Yeah, that Lauren, they told me that too. They told me that so they warned me that the second shot can cause much greater reactions. I did pretty well. I had the traditional headache. And by the way, y'all, anyone who hasn't been vaccinated, just so you know, you do get a headache with both vaccines, and it eventually goes away after a few days. But don't be alarmed. Everyone gets it, basically. Everyone I know who's had the both vaccines have gotten it, and it's a weird headache. It feels more like a head pain than a headache. And then I had where they injected it. I had soreness for like 4 or 5 days because of my muscle disease problem, but most people were fine after 2 days. Yeah, I'll tell you something this weekend. I love it, Kayla. I do. I forget how hard the first 2 weeks are back. I think it's like childbirth. If I remembered, I probably wouldn't do it. But I always forget till I'm in it. And then I'm like, oh, I don't have a minute to myself. Like literally, this is my playtime today with you all. It's really that rough right now. But a week from now, it won't be so bad. You know what it is? It's the new classes we have to take, the ones I have to teach people who don't know how to online teach. It's classes I have to take about language preference, and I have to pass those, and it's seminars, and students have to meet with me, and it's just a lot. That's all the first 2 weeks, and then everything settles down. It all works out. So that's why I was so looking forward to this. I'm like, it's playtime. And if I don't make every day, I get cranky, y'all. So the fact that I haven't been able to make for 48 hours is like a big deal. I've only been doing my 15 minutes of making, and I've been doing sequence mixes. But y'all, I've made over 40 already. Isn't that amazing? From Misty's 15 minutes of magical making. Yeah, even just in 15-minute increments. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lord. You're so funny with the thumbs up. It's If Pat were here, she'd be reminding people I know. So you're stepping in. I'm going to tell her that after this. I'm going to let her know that you did it for us, and she's going to be appreciative. The shaker collab's a challenge. That's why I did it, because I realized, when I was looking through Paul, I realized that we haven't done, like, we always include them, or we often include them in collabs and swaps, but we do not include them always like in this way. Like we make them one element, not the element. And I think that it's a bit tougher than it looks, but that's good. We've needed a challenge. I guess that's why also people are doing bow collabs and like thinking like, what haven't we seen in a while? Or what haven't we ever seen that would challenge people's creativity, you know? Yeah, I made 40, over 40. Like I'm gonna do my update either for Monday or Tuesday on it, and I'm gonna show y'all. It's actually amazing if you really time yourself for those 15 minutes a day, because that's all I've had. And often it was after a hard day of work, so it was like I was exhausted. I still made over 40 because I did 15 minutes a day. I'm sorry, you know what? And I tried to leave it up long enough. And if you notice, I posted it also in the evening. So I tried to be really fair because I wanted to make sure that I left it up when people could actually access it. But I think, Sarah, you're like me. You've been under training. I've been under retraining, and we've both had too much on our plates for work. So I get it. Well, you know what? That you got to start with something, Dan. Like if you've made one, you can make another. That's what's really cool. Uh, I hope you enjoy supper, Sabrina. You know what, Cynthia? That's why I stopped making them for a while, because you know what I have a pet peeve about? When I was first making them, I was using that foam double-sided tape, and I didn't like that the sequins would stick to it on the sides a little bit. It was, like, making me crazy. So I stopped making them for a while because of that. And then I was, like, watching other people's, and I would get shakers and swaps or shakers in, like, Happy Meal, and I'd be like, "How come their things don't stick?" I finally asked one of them, and then they said, "Oh, I don't use that. I just build up layers of foam and use foam glue." And it actually yes. Let your glue dry. It's true. I did not realize that was the secret, Susan. You're right. That's exactly what it was. I know you love shakers. That's why I was like, okay, I'm a dork. I just didn't realize that was my issue. So I stopped using that double-sided foam tape that everyone likes to use for them because it does cause the sequins to stick. All you need to do is build up your layers, and Susan's right. Let your glue dry. It changed everything. Yeah, the glue can be the issue. You got to let it dry. And a powder right, the powder tool does help, it does. I don't always have the patience for the powder tool part, I have to be honest. Yeah, that was my problem too, Susan. That was like an epiphany because I love shakers too, and I was like, "How all these people do it without these pieces sticking?" Well, I learned my lesson, that's how. Yeah, the powder bag and the baby powder. Sometimes I don't have the patience for it, but if I'm working on a really special one, like a hot air balloon or something, I'll do it. But yeah, that's the secret. And it's not really such a big secret, but it's a really important step. Because now mine don't stick anymore. And now I like making them again. Because I think they're fun. Plus, who doesn't like to get them? Right? They're really fun to get in mail. And they're not heavy and you can control the sizing. So I that's why I decided we're gonna bring it back. Because maybe other people like me just didn't know what they were doing wrong. And also, by the way, it doesn't bother everybody that the sequins stick. I have many friends who make them and the sequins stick to the corners and it doesn't bother them, but it did bother me. So until I solved it, I'm just catching up with everybody. Yeah, cornstarch would work too, like baby powder. You're right. Yeah, adult rattles. It's so true. I've also realized lately, like I'm looking like you know how at Christmas time we have bells, so we can add bells and things to like our tag flips. I like sound as being an element. You know, like how why people put seed beads in shakers mixes is for the sound. And I realized like after Christmas, we don't usually use things like bells in our tag flips or things that make sound. So I've been thinking about that. Like, how do we change that for myself so that foam core board typically, look at my hands, y'all, for my painting. Foam core foam core board is typically a board. I have a piece, but I don't have it nearby. It's a piece of poster board. In between is about a quarter inch to an inch, depending upon which one you buy, of foam, and then another piece of poster board. So it's like this thick. You can at art stores you can get it really paper thin to really thick. And yeah, you can that's exactly it, Monty. That's much better. And let your glue dry. That's all I needed to figure it out. What were you thinking of using foam core for? My students use it a lot. Yeah, see, I like that too. I love those little beads, Susan. I'm obsessed with those little bobble, like the ones you sent me in New York. I'm obsessed with those. The water beads, guys, the ones that look like water beads. I'm obsessed with those. Obsessed. Yeah, I stack paper too. That's what I mean. Like I much prefer it to the foam. I don't care for the foam. But everybody has their own way of doing it. Like that's what you have to play around with. Yeah. You can either use the foam and glue it together. You can stack up paper, but you have to let the glue dry with the foam. So these are just little tricks. Like you got to play around with it to get it right. Ah, of course it will. See, we use it for art projects and for mood boarding and stuff. So like, I was like, what are they going to use foam core for? But of course that makes sense. I just never looked at it like that. For us, that's what we call a technical tool. It's what students use to do their vision boards and their mood boards. They use foam core. Christina, you did great. You just got home, girly. Please take very good care of yourself. I'm amazed you were on so long. Yeah, see, this is why it's so great because we can all share these challenges. Yeah, see? Okay, that's why I want to hear Monty's answer to that, Lana, because like I would think that would happen too. I'm waiting for Monty to answer, so I'm reading. Monty, so what do you do if all the pieces start flaking off and like how do you avoid that? Now I'm adding color with toothpicks, y'all. Monty's been crafting a long time and she used to teach paper crafting. So she has lots of good tips, y'all, up her little sleeve. You should see her seed beads don't move anywhere on her card. And we all know how to use score tape and seed beading, but not the way Monty's does it. It's perfect and it doesn't move anywhere. Really impressive. Yeah, I like the thick ones too, Susan, because I like a lot of pieces and I want to add in those bubble pieces, right? Never thought about fun foam. Hmm. Yeah, I sometimes use the 25-cent foam too, Susan. I feel like now that I've mastered like once, as long as I'm patient and I let the glue dry, that's good enough too. I also even can use like I don't think the DT sells them anymore, but do you guys remember when the DT used to sell those stacks of foam and they were like $1 for a stack like this and it had all different colors and that sometimes I'll use too. Yeah, fun. I guess that's fun foam. Oh, see, it's good. So we're figuring this out together. But I think the problem is when you're first learning how to make a shaker. Look, you watch all these videos and they tell you to use the foam tape, and the foam tape is like a disaster. And then you think you just don't know what you're doing, and you keep doing it, hoping it's going to get better. And you think, well, it's just like everything else. I'll practice. No, it doesn't usually get better. You got to change your technique a little bit. Yeah, I that does work too, Gene. Again, as long as you let your glue dry, that works. I think that's the tip. Yeah, I'm a no to the foam tape too. But I do know there are people that do it successfully with it. I'm just not one of them. Uh-uh. No foam tape for this girl. I really thought for me it was like stamping. I really thought, oh, I can't do it. I'm like, I'm not any good at this, but that's not what it was. It was the foam tape. It literally was the foam tape. Yeah, right, Paula? Foam tape is crazy sticky. It's not it's too sticky, and we can't, even if you powder the corners with baby powder after, it's a pain. Yeah, yeah, that's the kind of fun foam. Yes, hope that the one I'm talking about, right? I also still have some. I told y'all I can't go to the DT anymore. So, like that sometimes I'll use, and that's a really expensive foam. But as long as you layer it up and you let your glue dry, it works very nicely. So it's all about the glue drying. It really is all about the glue drying. Yeah. Oh my gosh, can I tell you, we had this joke yesterday. So I worked all day yesterday and then I cleaned because I knew I was not gonna have time today to clean. Now, y'all, I usually do like the PPE in the car on Sundays, so I didn't have time. So yesterday after work, even though I was exhausted, the hubby ordered some Chinese and I cleaned for hours. Can you imagine after a work day to get it done? My hubby said there were sequins everywhere because all week I've been making sequins 15 minutes a day. So he said, why are there sequins in the bed? Like, I don't know. Yeah, watch the foam tape. I don't know. I really got him. I became a much better shaker maker when I left out the foam tape. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, what sequence? What sequence? Oh my God, yo, I was cracking up. And he says he wears socks now because he doesn't want to carry sequins around. But I vacuumed. I don't know. But they do travel. They do travel. Um, yeah, it was pretty funny. But because I've been doing sequins mixes every day, I guess there's some floating sequins in the house. I got to be a bit more careful. But that's okay. Yeah, me too. I love tool shakers too, and I love to make both. They have a different look. Like I love the sound of tool shakers. I like the look of tool shakers. But if I want a clean shaker, like you know what I mean, Monty, like if I'm sending it to a clean crafter, I might want to make like an acetate one, and then I want to build up all the layers. Hi, I just saw you now coming. I was like, oh, and I'm just really sorry. I'm in the middle of painting, so I was like, I didn't notice right away when you entered. But I think we all love tool shakers. I think we do. And they can be a bit harder to make depending upon the tool. Um, but they're worth it. They're worth it. You know, I love Tree and Kathy Ketzel Creates method for folding over. Um, yeah, really, it is household herpes. I'm telling you, because he's complaining because it's all over because I've been making them every day. But I think they're so pretty. They're so pretty. They really are so pretty. I'm looking for my black. I'm so busy with this. Yeah, see the tool bows, I find them a bit trickier. Like Tree made me some, Paula, that were so pretty and they were so perfectly made. Mine are not so perfect, but I think they're super cute. Um, it's a great thing to add to a bow die swap or those shaker bows. Yeah, they're really pretty too. Lisa, that's the problem. It's not like I didn't clean up yesterday. I hardcore cleaned. Like I swept, vacuumed, and washed the floors and disinfected them. And there were still sequins after. I don't know where they go to, y'all. I just don't know. Hi, Dahlia. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure where they go. I want to know where they go, but I honestly don't know where they go. It's so bizarre to me. So bizarre. I'm putting my scarf around me. It's cold here, y'all. I'm telling you. Well, but you know what that it depends. You know what? It depends on your glue too. I want to share that with you. Uh in the Holy Land, I didn't have fabric tack very often, and I had to rely on like harder to use glues like EC6000. And so I used to like to make the tool shaker where the shaker goes right to the edge, but you can't do that easily with EC6000. So Kathy Ketzel Create and Tree said do a nurse's fold on the where you fold it on the back and build up a second piece to cover that. That's no matter what you do looks pretty. So that's a workaround. Oh no, Natty, you should always talk to your mom. I also have to I have to call my mom and Pat today after this. I call my mom every day except I didn't call her yesterday because of work, but I normally call her every day. It's important. Everything good with your mom? Flitter glue. Oh, I'm excited. No, I gotta okay, Susan, you gotta show us the flitter glue. Let's see what people like. What glue do y'all like? Everyone has preferences. What's your favorite glue for things? Because I like different glues for different things. I'm just curious what your favorite glues are. We know that the UK can't get EC6000, so because it's toxic. Wait, feels like wait, new glue? I missed out on new glue? Wait, where did that come from? Right, and sandwich it between another layer. And that guarantees a nice clean look. That's a really good method. Art glitter. Yeah, art glitter. And y'all never get frustrated by the buckling, huh? I'm like the only person. Now, I like when it's dried. I dry it between books, but it does frustrate me. But it does hold really well. And it has a nice fast grab. Ooh. Oh, it's not called EC6000, y'all. I just call it that. What's it really called, Susan? Sorry, y'all. I call it the wrong thing. I think it's called E6000. Yeah, me too, Monty. That's why I'm asking. See, I did it again, Susan. That's why I have to say, what's it really called? Because that's what I call it. I did it again. I did it again. I'm glad she's okay, Nadia. Ah, too hot in summer and too cold. You're right. I have to keep mine at a moderate temperature. You're absolutely right. So if it's hot out here on the lanai and it's humid, I can't be out here with my art glitter glue. And you can't be out here, I think, with reptile glue either. Yeah, Alicia speak. Oh my goodness, I did it again. I'm telling you, I have my own names for things. I really do. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it doesn't handle transition in temperature well either, like from hot to cold. It's sensitive glue. That's why a lot of companies can't mail it if it's below freezing where you live, because they can't insulate it well enough and it gets ruined. It separates and it ruins in transit. Yeah, ISIS boxes, Cynthia. You know what fun we had for 2 days talking about being the terrorist of the crafting world with ISIS boxes? Oh my goodness, y'all, I cracked myself up for like 2 days. I cracked myself up. I was like, okay, this is Alicia speak for sure. Oh my goodness. Hi, Becky. What's your favorite glue, Becky? We're trying to figure out. We all have favorite glues for different things, and we were just covering off how we all make shakers because everyone makes shakers differently. See, and no, tacky glue is really good for bookmaking. Tacky glue is superb for bookmaking. That's why I'm saying, like, we all have different favorites. Yeah, 2-in-1 or tacky glue. Yeah, I get it. And it gives you, see, for me, if I want a fast grab, meaning I don't want that much time, with tacky glue, you get time to move things around. That's especially when I want art glitter glue because it's fast grabbing and it doesn't move around. But tacky glue is very good glue for bookmaking. Very, very good. Yeah, the cards fall. It's the weather. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I haven't tried that. That's also good to know. Yeah, it does, Cynthia, and I can't always either. But you know what? When I had trouble getting glue in the Holy Land, that was one of the things. Like, yeah, see, right? Tacky glue works really well. Like, I think it's not talked about that much on YouTube, but the truth is, it's a good glue. It is hard on your hands though. If you have hand issues, just Cynthia's right. Be warned. Yep. And you want to know something, Olivia? I got to tell you a little secret. Jelly Bean, you know those little pieces of ephemera she made for me? The ones that come out better than store-bought chipboard? Half of what she uses is glue from the Dollar Tree. Yeah. And a glue stick. And it's her own combination. Um, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So, Lisa, we've all had it happen, by the way. Do you know some of the most famous crafters on YouTube have had it happen where you unbox what they've mailed you and something falls off or falls apart because of temperature, climate change. We don't think about climate when we mail. I feel the same way. Okay. I feel it. So what happens to me with the art glitter? Maybe it's because I use too much at once because I'm an over taper. We know that. And I'm likely an over gluer. Is that it does cause my paper to buckle. So like when I made those little gnomes, they buckle, but then I put them between heavy books for 24 hours between parchment paper or wax paper, and then they're fine. I just resent having to do that extra step, but I do it. Yeah, no, it's true. Their projects came out no matter what was glued, Lana. It's true. You're so funny. Oh my God. You crack me up so much, Cynthia, but you're right. I mean, you do have to warm it up. It's like that. It's like when Susan did the caulking stuff, and I was like, "How did you make it work so smoothly? I can't get the caulking to come out." And she's like, "You gotta warm it up, girl." Yeah, I think, Lisa, you have to know if you're mailing out stuff to people and you're not sure about the climate in their area, or you're sending, let's say, from where you live to someone far away and it's going to go through 3 climate changes, there's a good chance that something's going to go wrong with the glue. That's the thing. And so you can't find it again, Nilda, right? And I've heard that the silicone glues are really good, by the way, for making. I've never tried one. I think I tried one in the Holy Land. I can't remember because remember I was so desperate for glue I was willing to try anything, y'all. You know what? It's true, Lana. It's true. I think there are like we need like a soft warmer, not like a candle warmer. That would be hard on us. Like that would be too intense. Like not not even low glue gun heat, like low, like a baby bottle warmer that we could use for some of our products because it's not so simple. Oh, Lisa, we all have much to learn. That's why these lives are amazing. You start one of these dialogues, and it's like, okay, so what do you all think of this? And then we have a whole conversation about it, and we all learn so much. Yeah, see, Deanna, it's true. Yeah, and use a coupon. If they ever bring back those 40% off coupons, I'm kind of mad at Michael's that they haven't brought it back. I don't know if you all feel that way too. Oh, that's also true. We have to remember, Nilda, that you can't get everything. You know, Nilda, sometimes you have to remind us because Puerto Rico is part of America. So it's really hard for us to forget, like you don't have a DT to go to. You got to remind us. Yeah, or give off volatile chemicals. Oh my goodness. But you got to get it out of the tube first. That's the thing, Dan. Like you can't. It's you got to get it out of the tube. And sometimes I know what Cynthia means. Sometimes it's like, how do I get it out? I feel your pain. I had that with the caulking too. It's hard. That's really hard, y'all. Yeah, and the chemicals, Lana, you're right, would be a problem. Sorry, I'm looking for the. See, we all need tips like this from each other because I think we all learned watching the same videos and then learned some things didn't work. Oh, you're going. No, I get that. I've had a rough week. Happy birthday week. Oh, have some good relaxing. Oh my gosh, Nilda. Well, we close most of our Tuesday mornings, honey. So you're gonna have to search. Most of them are closed. That's why everyone has been enjoying Monty's hauling so much. Because so many closed. Like, do you know in Florida they closed all but a handful, and we have none left in our area at all. So it's but I want you to be able to see a Tuesday morning and hopefully a good one and a big one. Yeah, it's Sunday, y'all. I know. I'm telling you, that's why I was so looking forward to this. I'm like, I have had no fun this weekend, so I'm so grateful to y'all. And I got a lot of painting done on top of that, which is perfect because later when it dries, I can spend some time before bed stamping the stuff out and doing what I want to do with it, which is very cool. It's relaxing too if you have this ready. Because then you just have, if you have this ready, then you can just do the other pieces. You're not alone. If Alice were on here, she'd tell you that last year she had coordinated like a work trip, a vacation, and a shopping trip here. They say you've never been to one. It's a wonderful experience. If it's a good Tuesday morning, it's really exciting. Plus, if you like the thrill of the hunt, like Sabrina, what Mismatch Matt Crafter, she likes the thrill of the penny shopping. It's like that. It's really fun because sometimes, I mean, I have found paper pads there unbelievable for like really low and a lot of other good supplies too. Ah, okay. So what they did when Thars is they closed all but the one that's near Lauderdale. So we lost all of ours. But that's okay. Monty's been doing Cruz. Hola, ¿cómo estás ustedes? They closed all of ours. So Monty has really been helping all of us out because I don't know what we would do. We'd have to pay retail, y'all, around here. That's for sure. And there's a big price difference between $15 for a paper pad and $5 for a paper pad. Yes, you are lucky. And I'll tell you what, I have to tell you, ours were not managed very well, except for the one by Carmen. That's the one I don't understand why they closed it, because that had a lot of housewares, a lot, and it was popular. I can know why they closed ours. Ours was terrible. You moved stuff. Yay, you're getting set up. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Yeah, if you don't have it, you go. It's so exciting. Look, when this is all done, y'all, I have a feeling we're gonna all be doing road trips all over. And I think we're all looking forward to that, right? We want to go thrifting. We want to go to different stores in different states. I think when we get this situation under control, oh my goodness. Yeah, because they closed a bunch, that's why. Yeah. So And it's sad too, because I don't know about yours, but ours, the aisles were wide enough that, you wouldn't have felt so cramped during COVID as long as you were careful and you were wearing masks and you didn't go during a busy, busy time. But yeah, they closed ours too. I mean, I'm telling you, that's why when Monty does her stuff, everyone goes over to see what she has because otherwise, if you miss a sale, then that's really our only place to shop. Oh, we all miss thrifting. Oh my goodness. And it was so much fun for crafting. Like last year here, I went to like Goodwill and I found all these amazing pieces that then I converted into things for people and can't do that this year. So I think we're all excited. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love Graceland. Don't get me started, Susan. I think, you know how Heather always says like she in some ways she was meant to be a northerner? I think in some ways I was meant to be a southerner. I have been to Graceland. I'm not embarrassed to tell you that. Wow. Yeah, I've got a lot of DTs too, actually. Do you know something? That's funny that you say that, Cynthia. And I know that. That's when I sent you the box of all the supplies because I know your DT doesn't carry it, right? So I have three DTs, two really close by and a third not that far away. Here's what's weird. The one close by gets in the things that I often see other people, but they get a very small amount. So if I don't go like within 2 days of them getting it, it's gone. The other DT that's close to me does not get in those things. So that's weird. And then the further away one gets it in, but the manager is very disorganized and she always late merchandises. So if it's out in the local one, it won't be out there for a month. Okay, so I'm not going to Hobby Lobby right now for that reason. It's sad. I love Graceland too. I had a lot of fun. And I love Goodwill and thrifting for crafting too. I do. I cannot wait till that's a possibility again. People here are not doing even garage sales really because of COVID. See, Lisa, I think that not every store gets the same items. That's what's so strange. Hi, Lisa's Halls. Yeah, and in COVID, you don't want crowds of any kind, right? They were saying before y'all that 30 minutes in and out, you're safe. Now they're saying 15 minutes. I don't think they know. They don't know. I think just try to limit your exposure. Just try. Just try. Well, sure, because you're feeling stuck inside of it, right? But it's the only thing saving you probably. That's the thing. Hi, everybody coming in. So like that's what you got to remember too. But I know it's like it makes you feel like you're suffocating. I know that. It's hard. We're all adjusting to things, right? This new normal. I don't know if you all know this, but even when you're vaccinated, after you're vaccinated, you still have to wear a mask. And I don't think they're telling the public that, but you do. Oh, I stopped going to Walmart. I told y'all we had a hard time going to the grocery shopping. I've had to make some serious changes for now. For now. When I get my second shot and I wear a mask, it'll be okay. Yeah, Walmart is always an adventure. And it's not the poor staff's fault. They're trying their best, y'all. But they just can't keep their eye on every person. Well, that's the thing. If you pass out wearing a mask, they know it's from oxygen depletion or anxiety from it. So I've actually seen it happen at a Walmart. I have. You need to take mask breaks so you don't feel that way. You need to go outside, remove your mask, breathe. I have a girlfriend who has this happen. So we have a rule. Like if she goes into a store after 10 minutes, she needs a mask break. Doesn't matter what she's doing, she has to leave her cart and go. Because otherwise you can get that feeling. Are you asking me, Cruz? He did not at first get the vaccine, y'all, because he wasn't okay. So the rule in Florida, every state is disseminating differently, right? So in Florida, the rule was that you had to be 65 and over. My husband is not yet 65. So, um, right. And if you can still carry it, that's Sarah, this is true. This is why I'm telling you, you have to still wear a mask. So what they didn't think about here, Cruz, was that vaccinating me, but not vaccinating him was stupid because you can still get COVID after you, do you know, right, that after, like Israel's done like 10% of the overall vaccines in the world. Do you know that after they did that, 1,600 people got COVID while they were getting their first injections? Why? Because you can still get COVID until you build up enough antibodies. So not injecting him was a mistake, and they realized what a mistake this was. But they didn't think it through, y'all. They just didn't. It's not forever immunity, Lisa. They don't know. They're saying maximum a year right now. Maximum a year. So, and hope too, I want you guys to know that it's maximum a year right now. And you have to be antibody tested. Each person is different, y'all. My husband's likely to develop better antibodies than me because I'm on immunosuppressants. So they don't know how many antibodies I'll build on that medicine. I might need a third vaccine, y'all. That's what's crazy. So we'll see. We're learning as we go. So they did not vaccinate him. And then that was a point of panic because it could skew also them following me. Because if he gets COVID and they didn't vaccinate him, the whole thing goes to crap. And everything I've gone through is for crap. So he did get vaccinated yesterday because they realized like this was stupid. So yesterday he got vaccinated. And it does depend on the strain, y'all. Hi, Trayvon, hello. Oh, guys, that's the problem is they can't guarantee the second. I know it's very hard. I don't know. How can they make you take it mandatorily? It's a voluntary action. Yeah, Chris, it wasn't at first. It was only when they realized. Hi, Tammy. How did it go? Hi, Joanne. So like, yeah, so he got it, but it was only because they realized the mistake. Hi, Rhonda, in following me that they made, not because here in Florida you have to be over 65. They did our whole complex, by the way, y'all. So I mean, you got to wonder how is it here in Florida they're distributing vaccines. You know what happened in New York, right? You guys know what happened, right? With the vaccine, they gave them to the hospital to give out to the community, and they used it for their own people. That's why no one's been vaccinated yet. So it was a misunderstanding. Ah, I see what you mean. I don't know if you can mandate anyone, right? The frontline workers in Kansas, right? The frontline workers. And in a lot, so every state has their own rules around it. The CDC gave guidelines, and then each state got to decide how they do it. So right. So right now, hope is 1 year. That's all that they can prove in the study. That doesn't mean it won't be longer, hope. It just means that's all they can prove. So you just have to keep that in mind that it might be like the flu shot where it has to be annual. We don't know enough yet, y'all. I bet you are. And I'm happy for you too. You know what? You are one tough lady, Tammy. That's all I gotta say. Right? No long-term studies, right, Sarah? That's so we don't know. So I do my call it every day. It's like anything new? Nothing new. Like I'm boring for them, but I'm glad about that too. You know? Yeah. Well, you know what, Lauren? Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you, Hope. Before I get my second vaccine, they're going to see how many antibodies I've built from the first, because you build about 50% antibody to the virus after your first vaccine over time, over 3 weeks. But I may have built less or more. They don't know because normally I would build more because of my autoimmune, but now I'm on immunosuppressants. So they'll know because we're going to do a test. Then I'm going to take my second vaccine, and then they're going to do antibody testing after that. So I'll either be like 90% safe, 98% safe, or 60% safe. They don't know. I'm not brave. I'm going to tell you this. I have my disease already. I'm worried about people with low grade rheumatoid arthritis who are scared to take this vaccine. I'm not that brave. I'm just determined that we need the information so people can get this vaccine and not get sick. I'm already sick, y'all. So the way I look at it is it was a risk worth taking. But there are people who have low grade autoimmune and they need this information. Right now, they can't take the vaccine without it. So it's important. I know, Elsa. I saw that. And I got to tell you something. I was so mad because Elsa There are people here lining up. There are people on New York streets camping out in the cold outside seniors' homes, hoping to get vaccinated. So when I read that, I was heartbroken. Anything new, y'all, is scary, right? Bertha, you got a letter to be in the trial? Girl, we got to talk. How did that happen? We have to talk. Are you going to do it? Well, I'm allergic to penicillin, Nilda. I'm anaphylactic to penicillin, and I took the vaccine successfully. I wish they'd get it together too. I got to tell you, Hope, it makes me insane. It makes me insane to see people sleeping on the streets of New York in the cold begging for a vaccine. It makes me crazy. It makes me crazy that I'll reach out to my girlfriends in different states and no one is being notified that they're getting vaccinated. And yet here, they've already rolled out the first rollout. What is going on? Have a great week. Bye, Alvia. Thank you, Trayvon. I know you do. I know you subscribe and you sometimes leave comments too, and I appreciate it. It's nice to actually meet you. No, Elsa, no. No. Are they replacing it, Elsa? Hi, Misty. That's why they picked you. Yep. That's why. You got to think it over, girly. If you ever want to talk to me about it, I'll talk to you because there are risks. I'm just catching up. Hold on. Yeah, I had the Moderna there because of the allergy. No, Nilda, New York is a mess. People are camping out outside of clinics for the elderly, hoping to get an extra vaccine. Yeah, you can get foam core at Dollar Tree. You can. You can. Um, Listen, y'all, it's really important. Elsa, what are they going to do to replace your vaccine? Elsa's was one of those, one of her vaccines was one of the ones that pharmacist ruined. Elsa, I'm so sorry. This is insanity. I don't know that they're, look, Joanne, I don't know that they can make it mandatory. It's kind of like anti-American. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I will tell you that most New Yorkers want the vaccine. So I don't think they're going to, you know why they're making it mandatory for healthcare workers? Because 30% of the healthcare workers said no. But the general public wants the vaccine there. Y'all, they're so close to herd immunity because the numbers are so bad. You know, they had like 19,000 yesterday. It's bad. So people want the vaccine there. I don't think they're going to have trouble convincing people to take the vaccine. The healthcare workers want to wait because they understand how it works. Hi, Alicia. Hi. Yeah, that pharmacist needs to be charged legally. I think he has been charged. I think he has been legally charged. But also, I cannot believe your dose was in there. You found the gumball machines. You found the gumball machines. Thank you, Trayvon. Thank you. I knew you were at work. I knew it. Hi. How is it going there? You guys, how are you feeling at work, Alicia? Oh, I'm sure they feel dreadful too. You know, guys, this has been such a wackadoodle year. So, Bertha, you got to give this a lot of thought, girly, because it has. You know what? Maybe we'll talk on the phone. Because here's the thing. Look, Bertha, you and I are unknown territory. People living with diabetes, they now know is like an autoimmune condition. But they also know that diabetes and COVID are not a good match, right? Our rates here of serious repercussion from COVID are linked to diabetes. So you have a lot to think about. It's a super hot day. I'm so jealous because it's like 50 here or 45 and I'm freezing. Hence this thing. I'm very excited because I'm opening your mail tomorrow. I'm very excited. And Brian's. The gumball machine is hard to find. Really hard to find, I think. The scatter came out at that one DT I was telling you all that came out right away, and then it's gone when it's gone. Yeah, I'm excited, Alicia. I'm really excited. Thank you. I'm so excited. We were just saying, like, it's like we're hoping for such a better year. Not, no, but oh, Lauren, that's what I meant to tell you. Lauren, your thing came yesterday. I'm so sorry. I wanted to tell you. Lauren, your mail came yesterday. Finally. Yes. Well, there's one at Target too, Kayla. Hi, Kayla. There's one at Target too. It's cuter from Target. But yeah, the DT had them too. Yeah, I hope it's possible. You got to give her a picture. She's not going to know. Yeah, I can show you. All different patterning. And I like patterning. Can you see? Like palette painting. These are mixed media cards. Miss Lauren Cunningham sent them to me. And then just painted backgrounds that then I'm going to take and paper glaze and stamp and cut out into different shapes. And then I made some of these. So right now they just look like a hot mess of palette, but they won't look like that when they're finished. Oh, and the 50-cent bin. Bye, Alicia. Oh, it's so good to see her. You know what I found on the 50-cent bin before? But they almost had like nothing here. Oh, freezing, Sarah. Yeah, DT was selling gumball machines. I got a couple for kids. Yeah, I also got one for someone who's in this chat, so I don't want to say too much, but yes, yes. Oh, is there really? What's in it? Misty, what's in the kit? Thank you. Yeah, they were selling them for $1. It was a hard to find thing though. Leanna, it's a deal, found them. They were hard to, at least around here, they were hard to find. Okay, I want to know what's in the mixed media kit. Good night, Nadia. Good night. I'm excited for this. I'm enjoying all this sort of fun interplay between different medias. Okay, thank you. Oh, it has texture paste? Oh, I'm interested. Oh, I'm interested. Ever since I've learned how to master that light and fluffy. Oh yeah. No, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Yeah, Lauren, it only came yesterday, but I wanted you to know it came while I was working, and my husband took it in, and I was like, that's the one we've been waiting for. So I was so excited. I'll keep my eye out around here. You know what? Inktense is the best, and Susan's been recommending them forever, but they're pricey. My Jerry's has them on sale for I want to say 188 each, but they don't have a lot of colors left. Yeah, Cynthia, I know you and I both are like, where's that kit? What's in that kit? I'm gonna take a look. My phone's in the other room. I will keep an eye out for you though, Lisa. They're hard to find. There are less expensive ones. Like at a Tuesday morning, often you used to get that sort of thing. You make your own. See, Sarah, you gotta make some videos about this because I have to tell you, like, I like to have different kinds of texture paste for different things. So I want to know how to make my own texture paste. I think that would make such a good tutorial series, and I think people would love it. I mean, texture paste goes a long way, but if you can make it yourself, we need to know how. That's important. All right, y'all. It is 6:38. I'm saying goodnight. Oh, not because I want to. I'm cutting it off only because I have work to do, and I have to also call my mom and Pat, and I have to prep for tomorrow. Deb, how are you feeling? Sparkly. What is sparkly? You mean the glitter glue? Is that sparkly? I love you too, Cruz. Ah, tons. No, thank y'all for playing. It was fun, and we learned a lot from each other tonight too. Oh, the spackle paste. Yes, and I do like using it. I do. I like all that stuff. I also get the wire meshing when they have it. You're so funny. Got him. Good night, everybody. I really enjoyed it too, and I learned a lot from y'all. A lot tonight. We learned a lot from each other. It was kind of nice. We all kind of shared some really good ideas. Happy making, everybody. Have a good night, guys. I feel like the Waltons. Good night, John Boy.